What if you were born into a world that would devour you the moment you showed your weakness? What if every friendly face was a mask, every handshake a dagger, every promise a snare? Would you still think it noble to live like a sheep, docile and trusting, waiting patiently for the shepherd's blade? Or would you think like a wolf, cunning, disciplined, bold, and willing to stand alone in the night, teeth bared against the storms of fate? Consider the silent humiliations suffered by those who move gently through life, believing in mercy without vigilance, in goodness without power, in trust without caution. Many who bow their heads are trampled. Many who speak softly are silenced. Many who place faith in the crowd find themselves abandoned when the winds shift. Each betrayal, each defeat, each humiliation leaves the mark of a chain around the mind, a chain forged by naivete. To break these chains is to awaken. The wolf is no savage brute, but the master of survival. In solitude it finds its strength. In hunger it finds its patience. In cold it grows its own warmth. A wolf does not ask permission to live. It takes, it adapts, it endures. This teaching does not offer a sweet tonic for faint hearts. It is no fable for those seeking the applause of the crowd. It is a philosophy of steel, a discipline for those who would rather die standing than live kneeling. It is a lesson drawn from the ruthless clarity of Machiavelli, whose eye pierced illusions as a blade pierces flesh. And it is a path beyond ordinary motivation, reaching toward a mind as cold and bright as polished iron. Each insight builds upon the next. Each truth forges a link in a chain unbreakable by the storms of fate. Listen to every word, for to miss one is to remain among the herd, condemned to the life of a follower, a pawn, a victim. Watch until the final syllable, for there lies the path to a leadership unshaken by any challenge. Today we explore the philosophical teachings of Machiavelli on how you can become a ruthless leader, not only in leading a society or group, but also in self-leadership. Ruthless in wisdom, ruthless in bravery, and ruthless in discipline. Number 1. Learn to see people as they truly are, not as they pretend to be. 1,000 defeats begin with the refusal to see people clearly. Many look upon others with childish hope, expecting honesty, loyalty, gratitude, only to be torn apart by treachery. The world, as Machiavelli warned, is populated with those who are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, covetous. To believe otherwise is to dress one's soul in illusions, making it soft and ripe for slaughter. The mind trained only to see goodness will misread cruelty. It will mistake the dagger for a gift, the poison for a blessing. No enemy is more dangerous than the false friend whose treachery you refuse to suspect. Resentment serves no purpose. Hatred blinds. Better to stand above such poisons and view the world as it truly is. Nature itself is a stage of predators and prey. And among men, even those with gentle smiles often conceal the appetites of wolves. Power is gained by understanding how people move, what they desire, what they fear, what they cannot resist. Those who see people as they wish to appear will forever be deceived. Those who see people as they truly are will rule them as surely as a falcon rules the trembling dove. Study the patterns of behavior with the discipline of a hunter studying tracks in the snow. Do not accept any word without weighing the motive. Every compliment is a coin buying favor. Every apology is a weapon against your vigilance. Every oath is a shield for hidden ambition. The mind must become a mirror, polished and cold, reflecting others without distortion. Let no illusion cloud the eye, let no dream dull the blade. Walk among men with the composure of a lion who understands that even a lamb might carry a hidden claw. Observe how they shift their tones depending on who listens. Observe how they change their posture depending on who watches. Observe how they retreat from their principles when pressure is applied. These small fractures reveal their true structure. A dishonest man will always flinch when pressed for consistency. A coward will always hesitate when risk approaches. A traitor will always speak with too many sweet assurances. Trust should never be granted in a single breath. Trust must be measured, weighed, and tested as iron is tested in fire. Believe the pattern of actions, never the melody of words. A chain is only as strong as each link, and the character of a person is revealed when stress applies its force. In every encounter, search for the hidden current beneath calm waters. When someone praises you, ask what benefit they pursue. When someone confesses a weakness, wonder if that confession is bait to lure sympathy and gain advantage. When someone shows sudden affection, suspect the reason for its timing. One who can see through such illusions walks among a blind crowd like a night predator moving unseen through a herd. The wolf, who recognizes weakness, hypocrisy, vanity, and fear, can decide when to tolerate them, when to manipulate them, and when to crush them. Such mastery is the beginning of ruthless leadership, for no throne can stand upon illusions. Remember, the mind that expects virtue will be broken by vice, but the mind that expects vice will be prepared for anything. Let this become a law engraved in the heart. One who sees men as they wish to be seen is forever a sheep. One who sees men as they are is forever the wolf, and the wolf goes where he pleases. Number 2. Conquer yourself before you seek to conquer others. The mind left unruled is the greatest traitor a leader will ever face. Many imagine their enemies stand outside the gates, bearing swords and schemes. Yet the first and most relentless enemy waits within the breast, in the form of appetite, vanity, fear, and rage. These 4 tyrants will overthrow any empire if left unchallenged. A wolf is feared because it is disciplined. Its hunger does not devour its reason. Its rage does not blind its eyes. Its instincts are sharpened, but chained to its will. A sheep is devoured because it is guided by panic, overwhelmed by each sudden alarm, scattering at the faintest cry. Before command can extend outward, it must first be enforced within. No commander who is a slave to his passions can ever expect loyalty from those beneath him. A kingdom divided cannot stand, and neither can a mind torn by conflicting impulses. Curb greed, for greed is a poison that convinces the hand to overreach, to grasp too soon, to strike before the field is ready. The wolf knows to eat when it must, but also to starve when the hunt fails, conserving its strength for the next pursuit. The sheep feeds endlessly, grows fat, becomes slow, then falls to the first knife that tastes its flesh. Control rage, for rage is a torch that burns the hand that wields it. Rage reveals weakness. It exposes the heart's most fragile nerves to any cunning enemy who would use them. A mindset aflame with fury loses sight of consequence, lunges blindly, and is cut down by calmer foes. Better to hold anger in a locked chamber until the hour comes to unleash it with surgical precision. Master desire, for desire is a chain that seems at first made of gold, only to weigh down the spirit until it can no longer rise. A person who cannot refuse temptation is a puppet, its strings controlled by whoever offers the next pleasure. No empire can be built on such a foundation. Machiavelli declared that fear is more reliable than love, because love fades with circumstance, while fear obeys power. Yet how can fear be inspired if the ruler himself is ruled by the chaos of emotion? One who fears his own impulses cannot command the fear of others. Examine each passion as if inspecting a subordinate. Ask of every appetite, what does it serve and what does it cost? Weigh its value like a general weighs the loyalty of an officer. Permit no impulse to overthrow discipline. Permit no panic to sabotage courage. The mind that conquers itself stands upon a throne no enemy can topple. No intrigue can find its weakness. No pleasure can steal its focus. Such a mind becomes an unshakable citadel, weathering every siege and every betrayal. Let this truth burn itself upon the soul. Before victory can be claimed over any rival, victory must be claimed over the flesh, the hunger, the fear, the anger that dwell within. Conquer the inner kingdom and the world will follow. Number 3. Accept solitude as the price of freedom. Most men cannot endure solitude. They seek the herd's warm breath, the reassuring murmur of the crowd, the illusions of safety that come with numbers. They surrender their will to the comfort of belonging, blind to the hidden cost. A slow, silent death of the mind. For in the herd, thought grows dull. In the herd, courage shrivels. In the herd, independence is devoured by the need to be loved. But the wolf does not bow to the herd. Its path is shaped by isolation, its mind sharpened by silence. There, away from the comforting echoes of agreeable voices, truth is revealed in its harshest form. The cold winds of solitude strip away every lie one tells oneself, every delusion planted by society. In solitude, a soul meets itself without disguise. There is no mask left to wear, no applause to bribe, no flattery to barter. Only raw strength remains, or the nothingness of weakness, exposed. Greatness is forged in such moments. Strategy is born in distance. The mind, unpolluted by the clamor of the masses, sees deeper, clearer, as an eagle sees farther from its solitary perch on a lonely crag. Those who remain in the crowd will call this distance cold, will brand it ruthless, will say it lacks humanity. Let their words strike like rain against stone, washing away but never scarring. To stand apart is to see further. The sheep cannot understand the heights from which a wolf observes its kingdom. Those too eager to be liked become prisoners of their need to please. They will bend with every breeze, break with every storm, and kneel at the feet of any who offer a morsel of approval. Machiavelli walked alone through the treacherous halls of Florence, betrayed by those whose fortunes he had elevated, left to stand against the storms of politics without allies. Yet he did not bow. He did not abandon reason. Solitude became his fortress, distance his shield, philosophy his sword. Let this example live within the mind. No matter how many turn away, sovereignty is never abandoned by those who trust their own counsel. There will be hours when the entire world seems aligned against you, when allies scatter and enemies grow bold. In those hours, do not tremble. Let storms rage, let traitors sing their victory songs. Remember that storms pass, and when they do, the one who stood alone still stands unbowed. Solitude is the price of sovereignty. Pay it without complaint. Pay it with pride. Those who cannot bear their own company will forever be slaves to others. Those who thrive alone possess the power to choose when to join the pack and when to hunt alone. Distance grants perspective. Perspective grants judgment. Judgment grants strength. And strength is the root of every lasting dominion. When the world hurls its venom, calling you cold, calling you ruthless, calling you unfeeling, smile as the wolf does, knowing that survival does not demand the sheep's praise. The lone traveler learns truths no chorus of followers can grasp. The lone mind grows wise where the herd remains blind. If these words awaken that wolf spirit within, prove that the illusions of the herd hold no power over you. Leave a mark upon this teaching by subscribing and striking your allegiance to a philosophy that will never bow. Remain vigilant, for more is yet to be revealed that will temper the mind to the strength of iron and the clarity of diamond. Number 4. Strike before hesitation destroys the moment. Opportunity is a wolf's prey. It is the quick leap, the silent pounce, the precision of the kill. Yet opportunity flees from those who hesitate. Sheep wait for reassurance, wait for certainty, wait for the blessing of the herd before moving. In that pause, death descends. Their weakness becomes their tomb. Every empire has been built by those who refuse to wait for the perfect hour. The wolf does not demand the moon to shine, nor the wind to rest before it hunts. It reads the signs, gauges the risk, and then acts. Even if the fangs strike less than true, they strike, and the world learns to fear that speed. Machiavelli spoke truly when he declared that fortune is a woman who yields to the bold. Hesitation is the language of the defeated. Action is the voice of conquest. A single heartbeat can separate victory from failure. In war, a moment's delay invites the enemy's sword. In trade, a moment's delay grants the rival the prize. In love, a moment's delay loses the one who might have been won. Boldness is the lifeblood of strategy. Plans drawn in exquisite detail mean nothing if no one dares to unleash them. The wolf who stalks too long starves while prey grows stronger, or flees beyond reach. Greatness does not blossom from caution alone. It is watered by the courage to risk, to leap, to strike with merciless speed. A mind too consumed by calculation, forever weighing each possibility, becomes like a blade rusting in its scabbard. Hesitation is a slow poison, corroding strength until no will remains to act at all. The wolf who hesitates dies with its teeth still clean. In every contest, every negotiation, every battle for resources or respect, sharpen the senses to recognize that instant when all paths narrow to a single point. That point is destiny. In that moment, the will must burn bright and act with such terrifying certainty that no rival has time to resist. The world respects decisiveness, for in decisiveness is the stamp of power. Better to risk an imperfect strike than to die unmoving. 1,000 regrets gather in the hearts of those who stood still while others advanced. Better a scar earned in forward motion than a perfect corpse, lying peacefully in the pasture of lost dreams. Fortune yields to those who seize her by the hair and drag her into their dominion. Act before the moment flees. Strike before doubt devours your courage. Let no caution strangle the flame of boldness. Only those who move shape the field. Only those who move leave their mark upon it. When the wolf moves, the world takes notice. Let the world remember you in that same way. Number 5. Forge alliances, but trust them no further than necessity allows. Even the wolf joins the pack when the hunt demands it, for alone, the quarry may slip away. Cooperation, well forged, multiplies power beyond what any single fang or claw can claim. Yet alliances are tools, not altars. They are built upon shifting ground, and the same hands that today share the feast may tomorrow claw for your throat. Machiavelli taught that friendships purchased through gifts and honeyed words are as worthless as a crumbling fortress, collapsing at the first siege. Loyalty secured by nothing more than empty generosity will wither in the heat of true danger. Let no alliance be a chain upon the neck. Treat it as a weapon, sharpened and balanced, but never place it where it might turn upon you in an unguarded moment. Reward loyalty, but tie it to necessity. The loyal should be rewarded, but reminded that their place depends upon continued service, not old favors. The wolf rewards the pack while it hunts, but will challenge and banish those who grow too bold, lest the leader's rule be challenged. No ally should become so strong that they rise beyond the leash. No ally should become so independent that they forget who made them powerful. Guide friendships as a ship guides its sails. Let them catch the wind of prosperity, but trim them sharply when a storm of rivalry threatens. Trust, too freely given, becomes a poison. The one who spills secrets into every ear will find knives waiting behind every smiling face. The one who confesses weakness to every friendly voice will soon discover betrayal sharpened against their exposed heart. Remember always, today's friend may become tomorrow's enemy. Time alters loyalty as easily as the tides shift the shape of a river. A famine of resources, a whisper of advantage, a single shift of fortune, these things transform brotherhood into treachery. Build walls within the mind to guard against the shock of betrayal. Secrets must be hoarded like gold, for they are the true currency of power. Vulnerabilities must be hidden behind iron gates, known only to one's own counsel, never to an ally whose loyalty has not been tested through fire and ice. Observe those who surround you. Watch how they behave when they believe you are weak. Study how they move when their own power grows. A true friend will remain steady even when there is nothing left to gain, but such a friend is rare beyond measure, a pearl among countless stones. All others are wolves themselves, who will tear you apart if the scent of your weakness grows strong. Use alliances boldly, shape them to your advantage, but remember they exist to serve, not to command. Command remains yours alone. If these truths have begun to strengthen the mind, mark that resolve by subscribing and standing apart from the feeble who worship illusions of eternal friendship. Every lesson that follows will temper the spirit, as the forge tempers steel. Stay vigilant, for one lapse of judgment may return the mind to chains it cannot see, and lead once more to the pasture of the sheep. Number 6. Maintain a mask of virtue while wielding the blade of realism. Men are creatures of shallow sight. They love to believe in virtue, to cloak their leaders in robes of fairness and banners of justice. They cry out for mercy, they cheer for honesty, they wish to see goodness enthroned. Yet when storms rise and steel must answer steel, these same voices abandon the virtuous and flock instead to the strong. They worship power, they kneel before discipline, they obey those who can punish betrayal and reward loyalty with unflinching hand. Machiavelli revealed a truth few have the stomach to accept. A wise ruler must appear upright, but act with the unblinking realism of a hawk. The wolf does not walk among the herd with snarling jaws bared. It moves silently, carefully, revealing nothing until the moment comes to strike. Its eyes remain calm, its posture confident, its steps measured. Only when the prey is helpless does it let its fangs gleam in the cold light. So too must the strategist learn this dual art. Let words flow like honey, sweetening the tongue of the suspicious. Let the face remain serene, offering reassurance to the trembling masses. Let gestures be gentle, dripping with fairness and charity. And yet, behind the walls of private counsel, let realism rule with iron. No delusion should be allowed to infect the mind. The illusions of the herd are their burden, not yours. Never mistake the mask you wear for the face you own. Maintain the boundary between theater and truth, and practice the art of concealment until it becomes a habit as steady as breath. To reveal everything is to offer one's throat to the executioner. The world is a forest of predators. Those who show every weakness, every ambition, every hope, will be devoured by rivals who sharpen their blades against that knowledge. Reveal only what is useful. Speak only what supports the public illusion. Guard what is essential as a dragon guards its hoard behind a fortress of secrecy. Strike only when the prey believes itself safest. Wait until their guard has fallen, until their flattery grows lazy, until their praise becomes routine and unwatchful. Then let the blade of realism descend without apology. For in a world that devours the weak, virtue without strength is a death sentence. Men wish to believe in fair rulers, but fair rulers are easily dethroned. Men wish to believe in noble masters, but noble masters are easily murdered. Men wish to believe in gentle kings, but gentle kings are easily betrayed. What they truly respect is power wrapped in the illusion of virtue. A wolf wearing a cloak of fairness, fangs hidden until the hour of decision. If the mind can master this art, then power will become a fortress no rebellion can breach. The people will praise justice while fearing retribution. They will admire mercy while knowing its limits. They will chant the songs of peace while understanding that war still stands ready behind the throne. Such a balance ensures rule that endures beyond seasons and storms. Number 7. Adapt as the world changes, or be destroyed by your own rigidity. The sheep is a creature of habit, living only so long as the grass grows. The wolf roams, shifts, explores new ground. Power changes hands. Fortunes rise and collapse. Those who cling to yesterday's tools soon discover they no longer fit today's battlefield. Machiavelli warned that the times change, and if we do not change with them, we are undone. Let no habit become a chain. Let no tradition become a prison. Test every method against the present moment and discard what fails without sentiment. When rivals adjust, adjust faster. When enemies evolve, evolve further. The mind that bends with fate becomes unbreakable. The mind that refuses becomes kindling for greater flames. Number 8. Let necessity teach you to endure what others cannot. The wolf survives the frozen night, the empty belly, the open wound. The sheep dies at the first sign of hardship. Among men, too, hardship separates pretenders from sovereigns. Disaster, betrayal, failure, these are storms that will come. Permit no weakness to take root in their aftermath. Rebuild after every collapse. Harden after every defeat. Learn to rise from the grave, as if rising from a bed. Machiavelli spoke of fortune as a river, flooding its banks without warning. Those who survive the flood do so by preparing, by enduring, by refusing to be destroyed by any wave. Let resilience become the eternal fire that no storm can quench. Number 9. Move unseen until the strike is inevitable. The howling of the wolf announces its power, but only after the kill. Before then, it moves in silence. Power gathers in darkness, unfolds in secrecy, acts only when the moment is perfect. Strategy revealed too soon invites sabotage. Enemies conspire. Doubters interfere. Better to cloak intentions in harmless gestures, to let others see a placid surface, while beneath the water, the current runs strong. Machiavelli taught that he who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not, will be victorious. That prudence is armor, that patience is a blade. Let no plan be spoken before its time. Let no ambition shine before its teeth are ready to tear. Number 10. Rule through fear balanced with respect. Sheep obey from habit, but fear no consequences. Wolves obey a leader because they respect the power to punish betrayal. Yet cruelty alone breeds revolt, while mercy alone breeds contempt. Only their balance builds a durable rule. Let those who serve know that treachery is fatal, yet loyalty will be rewarded beyond measure. Let them see a mind capable of generosity, but only toward those who uphold discipline. Fear carves respect into the hearts of men, but respect holds that fear in place so it does not rot into hatred. Machiavelli made clear that fear is more durable than love, but respect is the shield that prevents fear from turning upon its master. Honor the worthy, crush the treacherous, and none will question the right to rule. If these laws begin to shape the mind into a weapon, then strike a blow against mediocrity by subscribing, forging allegiance to a philosophy that will never kneel. Remain until the final thought, for the mind half-forged is more dangerous to its bearer than to any foe. Answer this before you depart. In a world where so many live like sheep, would you rather be devoured or feared? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, for your words may awaken others. And when you have done so, look to the next lesson, where I will reveal even deeper laws of strategy and self-command, teachings that will lift you to heights no coward can even dream to reach. And let no lesson go to waste. Seek the next teaching, where even deeper strategies, drawn from the fiercest wells of ancient philosophy, will burn away the last illusions, leaving only a mind prepared to conquer all that stands against it. Remain vigilant, remain disciplined, think like a wolf, not a sheep.